The next day soon came by, and the streets were as busy, snowy, and beautiful as usual, for it was the day before Heartswarming Eve. Twilight Velvet had just finished wrapping the present for the princess that they were going to give for the best Heartswarming Eve gift for royalty, for it was the tradition in Camelot that pony families can give a gift to the princess that had been around for many, many years. And the family that gave the best gift was given a chance to spend a Heartswarming Eve feast with Her Royal Highness, Princess Celestia herself. Nightlight had been entering it since he was a little colt. Ever since his childhood rival, Sephrolife, and his family had been winning it for years, he had always wanted to win.
Well, all done.
Wonderful, honey. Are you sure you'll be fine taking the kids with you to the castle's Great Hall?
Twilight Velvet nodded.
Of course. I know how busy you'll be shoveling the snow off the stairs and the path outside. So I'll take them with me to get them off your hooves.
Thanks, honey.
Just then, toddler Twilight came up to her mother, Twilight Velvet, and poked at her to get her attention. Twilight Velvet turned her attention to little Twilight to see that she was holding what looked like a badly wrapped present. It was sealed well, but it was poorly wrapped in Heartswarming Eve themed wrapping paper and sticky tape.
What's that, sweetheart?
Fresi? Princess.
Oh, Twilight. Is that a present for Princess Celestia?
Little Twilight smiled.
Yeah.
Nightlight levitated the badly wrapped gift from little Twilight's hooves and took a look at it.
What's in it, Twilight, sweetheart? Is it something you made yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. We should put our gift in too.
Nightlight thought for a moment, looking at the gift, and then at his little daughter's cute, innocent look.
Well... okay. We can give this to the princess too.
Twilight Velvet began making a little tag on little Twilight's gift. As she did, Nightlight suddenly noticed that little Twilight was wearing a diaper with pink bunnies on it.
That's strange. I could have sworn that the diaper I changed her in this morning had teddy bears on it.
Nightlight thought for a moment as to why Twilight was wearing a different diaper, but soon shrugged it off, thinking that his wife must have changed her earlier while he was not looking. He then soon focused on finding his son, Shining Armor, who was upstairs.
Shining! It's time to go! Your mother's waiting!
Coming, Daddy.
Shining Armor came down the stairs, wearing what looked like a Royal Guard armor costume made out of cardboard and tinfoil that Shining Armor had put together himself.
Now, Shining, you know you can't go out looking like that.
But, Mommy!
Shining Armor started, but Twilight Velvet held up a hoof to silence him.
No buts, young colt. Now take it all off and put your scarf on. We have to go now.
Shining Armor put his head down.
Ugh, all right.
Shining Armor soon took off his homemade Royal Guard armor costume, got a scarf from the dresser near the front door, and wrapped it around his neck. Twilight Velvet then put the two gifts into her bag on one side and placed the little Twilight into a baby saddle on the other.
Well, we should get going now.
See you later, honey.
Nightlight kissed Twilight Velvet.
Have a good time.
He then looked at his son, Shining Armor.
You be good, Shining, and do what your mother tells you to do.
Shining Armor saluted.
I will.
Twilight Velvet and the two children walked out the door and down the doorsteps. Snowflakes began to rain down slowly onto the snow on the streets. One snowflake landed right on Twilight Sparkle's nose and made her giggle with joy. Twilight Velvet waved her hoof at Nightlight.
Bye, dear. See you soon.
Bye, honey.
Little Twilight waved her little hooves at Nightlight.
Bye, Daddy. Bye.
Nightlight waved back as his family walked down the street. He then levitated a shovel with his magic and began to shovel snow off the steps to their house.
You're entering that ugly thing?
Twilight Velvet turned her head towards where the voice came from, only to see 2 unicorn ponies standing there. 2 unicorns she knew all too well.
Hello, Set for Life. And Posh Life.
I can't believe you're putting that tacky thing in with these other gifts.
It doesn't have a chance to win.
Twilight Velvet glared, trying her best to stop herself from yelling at the 2 ponies for their rudeness towards something made by her baby daughter.
I'm not expecting it to win. My little girl just wanted to give her gift to the princess. That's all.
Whatever. We, of course, have already put our gift in. Our gift is sure to win again.
Posh Life stroked her mane with her hoof.
After all, we win it every year. It's only fitting that we give the best and most expensive gifts to the princess.
How expensive the gift is isn't what actually matters.
Oh, please. That's the type of words only losers use.
Posh Life held up a makeup mirror with her hoof and used her magic to put on lipstick.
Come on, honey bun. Let's go home. All this clown of losers is getting to me.
Set for Life and Posh Life walked away laughing with stuck-up overconfidence, with Twilight Velvet looking annoyed at the rich, high-horse mannerism of the rich couple. She understood why her husband wanted to win so much. She then levitated little Twilight's gift and the family's gift under the big, hearts-warming Eve tree. Suddenly, as she was just about to leave, Twilight Velvet realized that her son, Shining Armor, was missing. She briefly looked around frantically for him, only to see him talking to some royal guards standing at their posts. Shining Armor was admired by the guards, for it was his dream to become one.
So how do I get into the Royal Guards, mister?
Shining Armor asked, but none of the guards answered, nor even looked at him.
Oh, come on! You can tell me!
Shining!
Twilight Velvet bounded over.
What have I told you about wandering off like that?
But Mom! I was just asking the—
Leave the guards alone! Now come on, we're going home.
All right.
Twilight Velvet left the castle's great hall with her 2 children. She was still a bit understandably angry about Shining Armor wandering off, but was relieved that nothing bad happened to him. She looked at little Twilight in her baby saddle, who was sitting there sucking on a candy cane, being good and quiet the whole time. Later that afternoon, Lord Chamberlain organized for the hall to be cleared for the princess to enter and begin the gift opening. Before long, the hall was cleared of any public, and only the servants, royal guards, and the Lord Chamberlain himself were left in the room as the doors closed. A moment later, Princess Celestia came into the great hall with her servants bowing before her. The Lord Chamberlain stood before Celestia in front of the tree, with many presents from the citizens of Canterlot resting underneath. Lord Chamberlain bowed.
Your Highness, the gifts from your subjects are all accounted for and are ready for you.
Wonderful, Lord Chamberlain. I see we have a few extra ones this year.
Indeed.
Celestia sat down at her throne.
Well, shall we begin?
Of course, Your Highness.
Lord Chamberlain levitated the first gift from under the tree and looked at the gift tag.
This one comes from Set for Life and Posh Life, our common winners.
Princess Celestia took hold of it with her magic and removed the wrapping. The gift to her from them turned out to be a flower fashioned from gold and jewels. Celestia smiled.
How lovely! This must have been very expensive.
Indeed, Your Highness.
Just when Lord Chamberlain was about to bring forth the next gift, he suddenly paused. He then began to sniff with his nose in the air, with a look of disgust on his face.
Is there something wrong, Lord Chamberlain?
What is that smell? It's ghastly.
One servant smelled the air.
You're right! Whew! That smells nasty.
In a matter of minutes, almost all of the great hall was filled with a mysterious, foul, quick-spreading odor. The smell was awful. So much that not even the royal guards could keep their composure for long. Before long, almost everyone in the great hall held their noses, for the smell had become too much to bear.
Quick!
Lord Chamberlain commanded the servants and guards with his hoof over his nose.
Everybody search the hall! Find the source of the smell!
Everyone in the great hall began to search everywhere to try and find where the awful smell was coming from. Minutes ticked by, and they had not yet found the source of the smell. Princess Celestia sat there watching her servants and guards searching around the great hall. She found it hard to keep a straight face, for she found it somewhat entertaining to watch. Lord Chamberlain bravely uncovered his nose to try and locate the source of the smell. As he walked away from the tree, he found that the smell became fainter. It was then he realized that the smell was possibly coming from where the tree was.
Everybody, search the tree! It's coming from there!
Lord Chamberlain, along with the servants and guards, began looking around the tree, searching for the smell. They were even smelling the gifts under the tree. One by one, they smelled every last gift that laid under the tree, until Lord Chamberlain came across one gift that was badly wrapped, for it was the gift that little Twilight had wrapped that her mother had put there earlier. With cautious curiosity, he levitated with his magic and noticed it had been slightly ripped, most likely from the weight of the other gifts. Lord Chamberlain brought it over to him closer and took a good sniff right where the rip in the gift was. His eyes widened with shock and then began to cough and gag as if he were going to vomit, for he had found the source of the smell.
Everybody cease your search! I found it!
Everyone in the hall stopped searching and gathered round toward Lord Chamberlain, who was holding little Toller's badly wrapped gift with his magic. The smell was getting to the point where it became absolutely unbearable. Lord Chamberlain decided that he had to open it to find out what was inside.
Everybody, stand back!
Everyone in the hall stood back at Lord Chamberlain's command. Cautiously, he slowly began to open the gift. With each second that ticked by with him opening it, everyone wondered what could be inside that could cause such a horrible, nauseating smell. Finally, after 20 seconds of careful opening, Lord Chamberlain unstuck the last strip of sticky tape and opened the gift up completely. Everyone gathered round to see what was inside, only to show shock and disgust to what they had found.
Ugh! Repulsive!
A royal guard coughed.
Ew, rancid!
Oh, gross! Oh, disgusting!
A female servant gagged. Everyone began to take steps back. Lord Chamberlain did not look where he was going and slipped over a gift, landing flat on his back, messing up his powdered wig as it fell off his head. Princess Celestia, who was sitting at her throne watching everything, quietly chuckled under her breath. She then got up from her throne and came down to see for herself what was going on. She made her way into the crowd and looked down at what they had found.
What is this? Where did this come from?